What's up YouTube, Kyle here to bring you guys another video. I know I haven't done any videos in a while. I've just been like out of ideas and I don't want to be doing like fragrance top 10s so often. Like I wanted to keep it fresh. I don't want to keep it like stale type of thing, even though I don't really do many fragrance review stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this just because it was a good idea. Initially my girlfriend wanted me to do when I asked my girlfriend to keep how many fragrances would she let me keep, right? She said basically 10. But when I asked her like initially, just because she said 10 just because she knows how I am, I like to have a lot of things. Like it's weird, but yeah. Like I in as in kind of I wanted to be a minimalist, but when you want to have a lot of things, it goes opposite. So yeah. But when I asked her initially how much would she say she would want me to have it, she said 5. So I was just like, I thought it was a good idea, but I tried to narrow down 5 fragrances to what I actually have, basically. But I I did, but I just did it based on categories. So theoretically this is supposed to be 5, but I did 6 instead just because there were 6 categories that I found, and I'll explain as we go through the video. But yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to be doing basically, it'll be in the title, this will be keeping 6 fragrances. Basically, if I had to keep 6 fragrances for like life, if I could, and I would just be buying, it was just from my current collection, just 6 fragrances, one for each category I'm gonna outlist. And basically I would like to keep these 6 above the rest. Keep in mind I don't have a lot of niche stuff because it's expensive, right? So I do have some niche, but I haven't really spent too much time on them just because they're expensive, so I don't like to use them that often. But yeah, let's just go on. So first category is going to be the gym. So it's Ventana right here, guys. So first fragrance is Ventana. I'm just going to go over the notes. So for the gym, this is really good for the gym. It projects really well on my skin. This lasts about 4 hours, 4 to 6. But yeah, it's really good. It's a nice projector. I understand in the gym you don't want to project, but the reason why I chose this was because it's cheap. Like for the price, I got this like you can get this online at perfumeonline.ca for like $26, which is really good. 26 Canadian, which is really good, especially when it lasts a long time, right? And it's a nice projector. It's basically a copy of like a clone of Dior Sauvage, but obviously not like exactly Dior Sauvage, the eau de toilette. I'm just gonna go over the notes here. So top notes are grapefruit, lemon, mandarin orange, lavender, geranium, vetiver. For the middle notes, patchouli. So the base notes are going to be cedar, amber, and precious woods. Definitely a very good fragrance itself. I've had like the personal trainers or the people that work in the gym literally be like, what is that smell? Obviously they couldn't tell it was me. Like I was just like around like a few feet away, but they can definitely tell. Like they'll literally comment, be like, oh, that smells really good, who is that? And then I'll just be like, just be a couple feet away and I'm just like, oh, I know it's me. Type of thing, right? But yeah, moving on to the next one. Let me pause. Okay, so next on the list is my daily fragrance. So this is actually this is Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. No surprise. My previous videos, I always have this pegged as number 2, sometimes number 1. There's just memories with this fragrance, right? Basically it's also inspired by Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. Yeah, I like Dior Sauvage. Sorry, like it's good. Yeah, overall it's really good. It's just it has this like I got Ventana just to like try to see if I could get a copy of this. It's really weird, right? But yeah, literally like it's just the quality of this fragrance is just so good. I stopped wearing it just because I wanted to preserve the fragrance, and I was trying to find basically like discounted versions of discounted bottles of this because they were sold out one at the time. So I was able to pick one up. so I have a backup bottle. Like, I really hope they don't get rid of it, but I have other alternatives basically in general, because like I know this, it smells really good, but who knows like if Prada will get rid of it, you know what I mean? But it's really good. Like my girlfriend loves this fragrance. That's how like I was wearing this around her a lot, so that's why she loves this fragrance. But like I always switch it up now. She doesn't remember. That's just her. So no offense, right? I know she's watching. So top notes are gonna be bergamot, pepper. Middle notes are lavender. Metallic notes, coal. Watery notes, soil tincture. Base notes are ambroxan and patchouli. For this fragrance, this lasts about 4 to 6 hours on my skin. Overall, it's really good. I use this in the summertime. It's not clogging. That was when I started collecting about almost 2 years ago, basically. But it's really good. I guess I have to come back to it more, because like I know back then I was just like, oh, I don't know if I can replace it. But like when you try other things, like other things can replace this. It's really sad, but like, you know what I mean? But it is my daily fragrance. I definitely love it. I just haven't worn it in like ages or like months. That's probably why I just like veered off, I guess. But yeah, moving on. Okay, so for the dating category, I'm sorry, like I know this is discontinued, but I'm still able to find these. So if you can find them, buy them up. If not, you can get the Eau de Toilette, right? Definitely one of my, like, this is my date my date fragrance. Like I have to have this. It's so good. Like even like the Eau de Toilette itself is really good. I have the Eau de Parfum. I also wear that, but this is just so much better. I've seen other, like I have this. I haven't used it that much, but I see other bottles and I'm just like, shit, do I want to buy another backup bottle? I'm just like thinking about it. I'm like, money. So, and like you don't want to spend that much money on it. So, but that's what I mean, right? So top notes are cardamom, ginger, bergamot. Middle notes lavender, geranium. Base notes are cedar, vetiver. This thing, it's just so good. Like my girlfriend has smelled the Eau de Toilette, the regular, and she likes it. And then obviously, like for me, I was just, after I heard this was the better alternative, I just bought it. Right when I was like, I think I bought it as soon as like I heard it was discontinued. I was literally trying to use my Eau de Parfum version of La Nuit before I even bought another one. So yeah, but as soon as I heard it was discontinued, I was just like, bought it, you know? So if you can find it, I suggest buying it. If you can't find it and you want a nice date fragrance, I suggest using the regular La Nuit Eau de Toilette. But moving on. All right, so for the special occasion / formal, I would wear this. This is Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Oud Satin Mood. This is literally my most favorite fragrance. After smelling all like the fragrances I've smelled, trust me, I smell a lot of fragrances every time I go to Sephora or like a Shoppers Drug Mart or even a Nordstrom. I smell fragrances, like everything that's new. When I watch reviewers, every time they recommend something, I'll smell it before I buy. It's just the smarter way to go about it. But this was definitely like just literally my favorite fragrance. I haven't shown it a lot just because I don't know why, but yeah, it's just so good. Like projection is like, it projects like crazy. It lasts forever. Literally, I think I've smelt it. I've sprayed it on when I went to Niagara Falls about a year ago, but after that trip, like 3 months later, still on my sweater. It was amazing. I was just like, whoa. But like obviously I had other things, but like I could still smell how good it is. Just the juice is so good. Like I only have to like 2-3 spray this thing. It's so good. Like for me, this will last a really long time just because I'm so sparing with it. I do end up wanting to buy a bottle. I want more of a 70 milliliter bottle versus the 200. Just for me, just because of how sparing I am, I can just run with the 70. Just because I want to try different things also. But I would definitely always want to keep this like in my collection. Like literally my most favorite fragrance. Let's just go over the notes, guys. So Shout outs to Fragrantica, by the way. Getting the notes from them. So the notes are Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, vanilla, agarwood or oud, and violet and benzoin. It's just the quality of this fragrance is just so good. So like I have the basically just easier to show you guys. I basically bought this when it was on sale. So I like buying discovery sets. Aside from if you can't smell or try out new fragrances in a store, if you want to try new fragrances, buying a discovery set is really good. I definitely recommend it. It saves you money. Like, and you get to find things like this, especially since this brand is a niche brand. So like just blind buying a bottle of like Maison Francis Kurkdjian, probably like 300 if you're going for a bottle, but like it's gonna be very expensive. Like I'm talking about Canadian, but very good. Let's move on. Okay, so this would be like my hotter weather type of fragrance, so more like spring, summer, even though you can use this almost year round, except for winter, obviously. But you can wear it in winter if you want, but personally I'd rather wear a sweeter fragrance in winter. But yeah, Bleu de Chanel, like for me, I think for me my favorite concentration is Eau de Toilette, because I've smelled the Eau de Parfum and the Parfum, and this is still my favorite. I will definitely get the Eau de Parfum after this goes into like halfway. I've also been sparing with this, even though I've had it for about 2 years. Yeah, I'm very sparing. So yeah, just that's what it is when you have quite a bit of fragrances. So yep, this is a 150 milliliter bottle, so I think I used 10 milliliters. It's really good. So basically top notes are grapefruit, lemon, mint, pink pepper, ginger, nutmeg, jasmine, isoe super. The base notes are incense, vetiver, cedar, sandalwood, patchouli, labdanum, white musk. For how long this lasts on my skin? About 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. About 4 to 5 hours. I haven't worn in a while, but it's still my favorite. Like just the opening is just so good. Like literally when the opening gets you to buy the deodorant stick and also the shower gel, it's saying something, right? Yeah, it's super popular. Like if people hate on it because it's popular, I'm sorry. It's just so good. Like if you're getting into fragrances, I honestly believe you should at least have a Bleu de Chanel like in your collection. Like especially when your girls love Chanel, you show them this, they're just like, whoa, you're into Chanel. Like granted, I'm not into like, well, I never really liked Chanel as a brand just because I had bad experiences with other girls who love Chanel, so I was like obsessed with Chanel. That's why I wasn't really into Chanel. But after getting the fragrance, like I definitely like the brand. So like it's definitely quality. Like I have Aqua Sensiel, and I would run through that first before I run through this, just because of how sparing I can be. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, so this is my winter fragrance. So this is Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Thank you, Chaos Fragrances, for recommending this, just because I love vanilla. Like I got it. It's just so good. Like I can't even say anything in regards to that. It's just like the fact that it was like discontinued and then I was able to get it. Like I should have bought another bottle literally, but I was just trying not to spend money, and I ended up buying like a sample for $3 just because I couldn't find it anywhere and I didn't want to pay like obscene prices, because I think I was able to get this for $50 if I remember, and now it's like double, like 100 plus. So it's just like when I was just like, oh, I don't want to pay you know what I mean, when you pay $50 and then something else you buy is like now at retail, you're just like, I don't know about that. But like for me, I'm like, if I think about it, I'm like, if I eventually might pick up a second bottle just because of how much I like this fragrance, I might debate on doing it, but I might find alternatives. Again, like some of these fragrances, if they become discontinued, there's like alternatives or something can replace it. But for now, in my collection, I would definitely choose this. It's just good. it lasts about, if I remember, I haven't worn it in a while, so about 6 hours, that range on my skin. Let's go over the notes. Top notes are bergamot, middle notes are incense, jasmine, base notes are vanilla, benzoin, woodsy notes, and ambroxan. So I don't really get the bergamot a lot on the top. It's just more vanilla. Again, as if you've watched Chaos Fragrances, it's a vanilla forward fragrance. It's, if you really love vanilla, buy this fragrance. Like, if you see it and you can afford to buy it, or if you find it for cheap, buy it. Honestly, I could have bought it. There's times where I've signed up for emails where it restocked, and I actually tried to buy a second bottle, but it never went down. Like, I saw the restock option when it was back in stock. I went about 3 minutes later and it was all gone, and I was just like, wow. Everyone was trying to buy this bottle for cheap, you know? Yeah, but again, buy it if you see it. There's other options, but for me, I would definitely love keeping this. The bottle is nice too. So if you guys like this video, want to see more content from me, like, share, subscribe to this video. And if you're a fragrance reviewer and you see this video, this might be a topic you can do. Basically, keep 6 fragrances from your collection, the top 6 that you would want to keep for life. 1 for every category. You don't have to do 6, you can probably do more. For me, I've tried to be minimalist, so I try to keep it at 5, but I pushed it to 6 just because I didn't want to use Prada Luna Rossa Carbon as my gem fragrance, just because how expensive it is. I wanted it to make sense, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.